The penal system has a long history, rooted in the persistent need for citizens to be protected from harm and threat, as well as the expectation that those found guilty of crimes should be punished. In the UK, during 16th and 17th century, the dominant sentence was capital punishment, with prisons being used to hold those awaiting trial and execution. Following the banning of capital punishment in the UK, a lengthy prison sentence remains the most severe form of punishment. The purpose of imprisonment is a highly debated topic, with 4 common reasons given as justifications for prison system. Incapacitation, which is protection of the public by removing offenders from communities. Retribution, referring to the punishment of the offenders. Deterrence, meaning preventing others from committing crimes. And rehabilitation. While all of these are often used to justify punishment, there are disagreements amongst academics, policymakers, and wider society about the importance that prisons should place on each of the functions. Currently, prisons hold not only those that have been convicted, but also those that have been remanded in custody, meaning individuals that are awaiting trial or awaiting sentencing after conviction. One of the key contemporary debates about prisons includes that of the right of prisoners, particularly the right to vote. By many, voting right is seen as a privilege of law-abiding citizens, which should be removed if someone is found guilty of crime. On the other hand, some see voting in a democratic country as a fundamental right that should not be removed under any circumstances. Further, taking away prisoners' rights is seen as additional punishment, whereas imprisonment itself is already a form of punishment through the loss of liberty. More arguments relating to prisoners' voting rights can be found in the SCCJR Learning Resource, What is Prison For? Another debate pertaining prisons concerns the issue of abolition, with the abolition movement continuing its campaigning. Many abolitionist arguments relate to the fact that prisons no longer serve their original function, as they do not support rehabilitation, but rather facilitate social exclusion of prisoners. Further, many identify the negative impact of imprisonment on social relationships and family lives, as well as long-term negative consequences of imprisonment, even for those serving short sentences, which tend to constitute majority of sentences. More about the abolitionist debate, as well as more details and resources about the history and role of prisons in the modern society, can be found in the SCCJR resource, What is Prison For?